And yeah, I called my detective earlier to send him the updates from their most recent antics yesterday. And I alerted them that they are alluding to coming back to my area. But the whole point, it's not about whether, the point is they want to terrorize me with the ambiance of, are they, aren't they? Like, yeah, and that works. They've effectively made me feel unsafe in my own city, unsafe at my job, unsafe going to a fucking concert. Because, yeah, it's scary being a single female haunted by 6'7" violent fucking psychopath maniac and his human weapon, dead-eyed fucking fat-ass bitch daughter who's been bulking up like crazy. But not in a way that I think would make her a better fighter. It's just that the audacity of their like insane low function combined with like judging everyone else is why people watch it, because most people are limited in their comedy because they're like, oh, that's kind of hypocritical for me to make someone, you know. Dude, give me 1 week with fucking Grace and I could fucking brainwash her better than Ben does. So easy. It's all just like psychological 101 bullshit, and that's why they're a one-person cult and one member was fucking raped into compliance. Her whole reality is whatever he says. And if the rest of the world doesn't affirm that reality, she throws a baby hickey fit. Dad, you can't do it. They can cut up your feet on us for fucking. But we're allowed to suck, Daddy. Give me the golden goo. But they were, I'd say they were smart in selecting me as a target, but I wasn't selected as a target. I selected them to interview Grace back when I thought she was a victim and didn't realize how she also is a psychopath. But that's a hard sell. It took me like this long to really, you know. But it doesn't matter. You know, and this is why I'm like very low-cal. I freak out. I'm like 99% of everyone totally gets it, thinks they're insane. So why do I feel like I have to explain myself to the 1% of people who are new and confused or also psychopaths? Those are the only 2 people in their chat that aren't like trying to stop them. I still have people like in my comments saying like, great scripting. Get behind camera behind this. I honestly don't think that Grace is strong enough to make it out as a Tina. I didn't even know if she could build that kind of life for herself. She can build nothing on her own. Not one fucking thing. Did you guys know her dad texts her things to say, this is why I was, you know, enamored a bit with Grace at first too, because I thought she was like smart and maybe had some like quick-wittedness. And I'm like, damn, how is this fucked up girl? She has some redeeming qualities. Let's see what's going on. Like, it's all, the only thing that they work hard at is deception and trying to craft an illusion that they're anything but maniacs. But it doesn't really work. Yeah, Stroll. Yeah, I normally have a very, very, very strict no doxing policy. I didn't even dox the guy who doxed me, but he got my dox because Ben and Grace drove to my apartment and filmed the front of my apartment on a day when I said I wasn't going to be there. This is back when we were friends. They just don't respect any boundaries. They think that the world revolves around them. It's hilarious. I just don't know how they get up every day and just keep that fan. They're so committed to it. Officer Boyd. Doing a fundraiser for the York, right? The York? Yorkshire Terrier, I wish. Snail Walker, their address is open source. Yeah, I mean, it's already, like, out there, but But anyway, they drove to my fucking house again when I'm not there. And this time it was after I told them I'd call the cops if they did it. So they've gone so above and beyond that any rules of engagement are gone when it comes to those people. They're officially on my list of nothing fucking matters. It's all game, baby. And they're the ones who brought it to that level. Because, she's not actually going to file a restraining order. I did twice, bitch. You're just lucky that the city's, like, pretty fucking incompetent. And generally, I do think that what they would try to do is what they did with, like, her brother John, where, you know, like, try to get him in a vulnerable situation and then just push the camera in his face and, like, say menacing things until the person reacts and hits you so you could say you got hit. Grace has done this on video. She, like, tries to get guys to hit her so she can play the victim after and call the police. It's just, like, I don't know. I don't know what identity she's trying out for today. Can you comment on why they stay at hotels continuously? They're homeless and stupid. And they are psychotic. So when you're a psychotic person, I can tell you from fucking experience, when you're a psychotic person, you can be connected to some aspects of reality and not others. Your level of being detached from reality, that can change based on stress level or all kinds of things. So it's, I don't know, I forget what I was. Oh, so I was saying that's why, like, people, Ben and Grace are, like, the only thing that they've really got on lock is, like, they want to get people to argue about incest because they've like written out, like, things to say to it. They don't approach, like, conversation. I don't know. It's just, people don't believe it because they're too evil to be real. And the way that Ben just is like an ironic character that I made up in my head of, like, imagine if someone was that fucked up. So our senses of humor were almost in line because my sense of humor is like, haha, wouldn't that be funny if someone was actually that fucked up to still beat and, like, sleep with their daughter at your age? His punchline is, haha, isn't it funny I got away with it, you idiots? And Grace's punchline is, haha, where am I then? Are you okay? Jacinda and Ron both wait for them at their apartment. Both have the high ground. The Thorps can't do anything against them. I don't really know that much about the apartment situation, except that, like every situation in every arena of life, people are universally disgusted and freaked out by them and want to be as far away from them as humanly possible. And that's hard when you have extreme rejection dysphoria and have an extreme, like, sense of narcissistic injury that happens if you've been rejected. And that brings us to our moment here today. The roopsta. How could I do roopsta? How could I get under Benny's skin? How is that even possible? I'm just a silly woman. But it kind of seems like Ben's controlled by women all the time. He's a victim of women. Ruby, did you see Ben is wearing his red hat again? I don't know. Are they streaming right now? I honestly don't know right now. I've been checking up here and there, but ultimately it's, even with all the cop stuff, it feels like bland and like it's been done before by them. But yeah, I'm sure Hollywood Ben with the great career advice for Grace. Hey, sweetie, why don't you get those hot nipples out and put on a chicken suit and go back for Daddy Dick? Bickety buck. That's a good idea for your fucking career. But that's the joke. So in a way, we do have similar senses of humor, but the punchline is for different reasons. And that's why comedy is so effective at fighting the truth. The punchline tends to be a truth that maybe someone else might not admit or might admit in a different way. But the punchline tends to be a punchline of an outcome that doesn't match the expected outcome. You know, it's like when you see like a female like I'm not going down this road. I need to censor myself. There are aspects that I like about both of them. Yes. Here's the real fucking life pill, guys. Everyone's a mix of good and bad qualities. It just happens that their mix is like way too much evil mixed in. But just because there's evil mixed in doesn't mean that at moments they aren't like very funny. Not funny enough to make up for all that. You know? Amber Heard ain't pretty enough to make up for all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm with that bitch, actually. I don't know. I don't fucking know anything about the case. Don't even... Are you in a hurricane? It feels kind of like it. Unfinished business. Dad's chilling for a moment. They're fascinated. Well, they're fascinated because no one else usually reveals this much of their life, especially such fucked up family dynamics. And, you know, it's interesting to see what a young woman would be like if she was molded by an adult male psychopath. So obviously she's going to be like funny and speak to like a certain demo. And she did to me. They've really had to go above and 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 fucking beyond, man. It takes a lot for me to like fully give up on someone. And I gave up on that whole fucking situation in September. And since then, they've covered my everyday stream, like every stream I do. Yeah. It's such an unusual situation. And it's not, like, I've had beautiful bitches obsessed with me before, and it was almost flattering. But now that Grace is fat, it's like, I don't know. It makes me want to, like, I don't know. But I need to get a selfie stick. Hey, Jenna. I think they could really be dangerous on the road to strangers, not to you, Ruby. You have too much proof on them. But Ben's not afraid of jail. I think that he's at the end of his rope, you know, and he's ready to be taken care of. Grace can't even take care of herself, let alone another human being. So they're both falling apart and living in a car, but like, since they're mentally ill and have personality disorders, they're incapable of self-reflection, self-improvement, or being aware of like how disjointed their perception of themselves is from how the way everyone else perceives them. So it is interesting, you know, and that's part of what kept me interested too and wanting to find out what was going on. But, you know, curiosity killed the cat. And Grace is what sucks people in because they feel bad for her and are like, how, like, this situation can't be what it seems like. No, they gotta be like actors put up to this. Like, I fucking wish. But I also don't wish because that would be so depraved to intentionally do as a performance, but I would at least be impressed with the acting skills. All right, I'm just gonna get this. Stick it. You should really start calling them Ben and Jerry. Dude. I'm wearing fucking teddy bear. And then when I reject them, they hate me. She's the worst person that ever could have existed. She needs to be strong. Who knows? The fuck knows? See, I can't even get toilet papers behind this locked up toilet paper. I didn't see one. I didn't see it. They put a man on the moon. The moon. The moon. I was hoping to just grab a selfie stick, but I can order another one on Amazon or whatever. Hey, what's up, Callum? I naturally say, hey, what's up, friendly, but I recognize your username. Right, as I was saying it. What's up, unfinished business? Oh, geez, not this crap. He donated. Is Grace pregnant? No, they just eat like shit and lie around all day, like bitching and stressing about how they can be more hateful participants of life and how they could be just more miserable and pathetic. Like, their plans make just as much sense than if they were like, if you wanted to like have a bad career, how would you, it would be like how they go about things, yeah. But that's another part of the delusion is that they think they are so good, so talented as streamers. Just another way of saying shameless, talkative, can carry a one-way fucking conversation. Streamers! Hey, what's up, Laura? I mean, Mark Fusion, that would honestly make as much sense as anything. But the thing is, like, I, too, am a chaos agent, and I'm trying to be reformed. So it quite literally cannot, our energies cannot be in the same place without murder happening, in my opinion. Genuinely. And I think we're all capable of it, all three of us, dead ass, 100%. Ben, not a hesitation. Me and Grace, we'd have to be pushed there, probably by a man. But they're both getting really old and fat. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen for them. And they'll probably, I don't know what it'll take for them to like find something else to do. Like literally anything in this whole world. They don't do anything. They don't have hobbies. They don't have friends. They only listen to the same 3 REM songs in the world talking about how cultured they are. All they do is took notes on how cultured people act and tried to copy it without much conviction. And then they gave that up once they started getting attention for being bad. And once you get that sadistic supply, it hits like no other. I get it. So Operation Selfie Stick was a no-go. It's not a success.